Hey Facebook, Michelle Kramer here, coming to you live as your Live Abundantly life and health coach. Today I want to talk about motivation again, part 2 in our series this week. Last week we talked about expectations. Check out those videos. But this week we're talking about motivation. Yesterday we talked about reasons why you're not motivated anymore. That had to do with what your motivations are, like what your suboptimal motivations could be contributing, and then motivation killers, things that are going to keep you from maintaining that motivation. Okay, so we figured out, maybe you watched that video, and if you haven't, go back and do so, and you figured out why you're not motivated. So how do you get your mojo back? So I wanted to kind of chat on that today. Of course, I'm going to refer to my notes here for you guys so that I make sure I get everything in I want to say. Really, when it comes to getting your motivation back, there's not any like scientific key to getting there. There's not any major revelation that other people have realized that's going to keep you motivated. What you really have to do is kind of examine everything that you're doing and wrap it up in a better package for how you function and how you process and what keeps you going. Okay, so let's think of a couple of things. A great example is my husband, Josh. He is wanting to write a book, and he has attempted to start that a couple of times, but he doesn't keep on it. Okay, so he'll write, several chapters, and then he'll just quit. And it's because he gets frustrated that it's not getting done. And we were discussing it last night, and I was kind of telling him, like, you need to kind of lower the bar. And that's, I think, one of the first things that we need to do in order to get our mojo back is lower the bar. And I'm not talking about, like, don't expect a lot of yourself. Again, go back to those expectations videos from last week. But lowering the bar meaning, if you're wanting to finish your book in a year, great, but you got to start somewhere. So instead of being determined to write, 6 pages every single day, write 6 sentences. Like, make it something that you can't not accomplish, that you're going to make it happen. Another simple example is, let's say that you're trying to be diligent about flossing your teeth every day, but you can't seem to make it happen. So instead of doing your whole mouth every day, lower the bar and commit to flossing 1 tooth a day. And then you'll find how easy it is to do 2 and 3, and then suddenly you're doing the whole mouth in 30 seconds and you're good. And that's what I was telling him last night, is like, write 6 sentences a day. And then you're going to have one day when you're just super motivated and your all the ideas are flowing, and you're going to write 10 pages before you know it. But it is setting that bar low enough that beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're going to accomplish it, that there's nothing that could keep you from accomplishing that goal for that day. And that's going to keep you motivated to do more. Another way is thinking bigger. If you are not excited about what you're doing, if you're not excited about your goals, then maybe they're too small. Maybe it needs to be, I'm going to write a book. And that's huge. So instead you say, well, I'll write a blog post. And that's good, and that's a great way to start, but you still need to have that long-term goal in place, and you need to think of that long-term goal. Maybe you need to lower the bar for your daily achievements, but that long-term goal still needs to be in the back of your mind, because that's what's going to keep you motivated. Going back to my notes. Sorry, I closed my book. Get organized. Okay, this is huge. If you are not able to organize your thoughts, to organize your desk, your materials, your anything, whatever you're trying to accomplish, if you're trying to exercise every single day, but you're not making a schedule so that you're making sure to fit it in, you're not going to be able to maintain that motivation. You've got to be committed to being organized, committed to a timeline. My husband, needing to write, needs to find a time every day that he can write those 6 sentences and make sure that it happens every day. And, give yourself some grace, obviously, but you need to get organized and have a commitment from yourself. Have realistic expectations. Again, that goes back to what we were talking about last week. One of the videos I talked about last week was expectations for yourself, and sometimes we set our expectations so incredibly high for ourselves that we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment. Instead, make those expectations reasonable. Know what you're capable of. Yes, challenge yourself to go beyond them. That's absolutely something you should be doing. Stepping outside of your comfort zone is going to be a major way that you stretch and grow and become more capable of doing bigger and better things. But you still need to have expectations for the here and now that are reasonable for what you are capable of accomplishing. And again, do things, set goals and expectations for things that you know you can't not accomplish. Make them easy. That's how you stay motivated, because then you get to check it off your list. Yay! I like the lighting a lot better when I put my hand right here. Look, really bright face. Really, I wish it would even out. Okay, sorry, distracted. And finally, you need to get yourself a mentor or an accountability partner. You need to make sure that it is someone that is going to check on you, that is going to follow up with you, because if you're set on holding yourself accountable, then you're not going to be able to do it, because holding ourselves accountable, we can easily make excuses. We can easily get distracted. We can, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Everything gets done tomorrow and nothing gets done today. But if you have somebody that maybe has already accomplished what you're setting your mind to do, or is deep in the trenches with you, or, like an exercise partner, or somebody that you know that has written a book and has published it, and so you're talking to them about it, or someone who is successful at their network marketing business, and you admire the way that they approach it and how they run their business, so you reach out to them and ask them to be your mentor and your accountability partner and help you stay on task. Those are the things that you need to have in place for an accountability partner. Reaching out to a good friend who believes in you is great, but they may not be the person to hold you accountable. You need somebody that's literally going to say, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing today? You also need to surround yourself, though, with those positive and encouraging people that believe in you and know who you are and know what you're capable of, and never tear you down and never second guess you, but are always encouraging you and lifting you up. I would love to be one of those people for you. So if you need some encouragement, I'm happy to help you. Tell me what your goals are. Send me a message, comment below. I want to encourage you and push you and challenge you to take those steps toward it. So let's get your mojo back. I'm happy to help you do that. Live abundantly. That's my motto. I would love to be your personal life and health coach to help you get to that. If you find any value in this video or any of the previous videos, please feel free to share them so that others can maybe find something in them. These are all public posts and live, but they stay posted up here for you all to check out. Look back at last week's series on expectations and yesterday's on why you might have lost your motivation. Tomorrow, we will talk about how to keep your motivation now that you've gotten your mojo back. So everybody have an awesome, wonderful day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.